try to be really intentional to say, what do we want to see in our classroom? Our vision of a Denver Public Schools classroom is that it be joyful, rigorous, and personalized. And really those three are inextricably linked.
Well, I think a lot about like DPS's symbol is a lamp. When we think about joyful, rigorous, and personalized, what we're thinking about is how do we help kids facilitate an understanding of where their light is.
We have conversations in our classroom around designing where they want to sit and how they want their classroom to eventually be.
You get to make ideas about the classroom.
Within that project, then we offer kids a variety of opportunities to sort of express their learning the way that they want to express it.
And kids are having discussions about how it's best to measure the classroom and do I need to measure all four sides? Then you also have kids on the other side of the room saying,
I want like bean bags.
I wonder if I wrote a letter to IKEA if they would give us any stuff. And those are real things that are happening and nobody is prompting it.
How do we build in kids a love for learning so that no matter what is going on, they know primarily one thing that is true about themselves is that they're learners and that they can learn in any situation, under any context.
Let's say that together.
I made it!
A great classroom to me is when all the students are engaged, they're all excited to learn, and they're going further than they ever thought possible.
Who can find a piece of evidence for me to put in that last column?
I found it on page 4.
They're fully aware of like the risks that they take, but they're excited about those risks.
I think joy is where you get the spark going.
We're studying poetry right now, and that can be very dry for students if we just approach it from this very high level place. But if I can kind of get them to see that there's a bridge between where they are and where they're going to be, then it becomes joyful.
In the first picture, when he was in the flowers and he couldn't do anything right.
With the activity we just did, there are several students in here that do their retell very differently in the way that they do the pictures, and I love that, and I want to nurture that and keep that going for them, because if they feel like it's safe, you can express yourself however you want, that's when they're really going to be learning, and the engagement really takes off.
Think about students that have a lot of voice and choice and how they are doing their learning or how they're showing their learning.
We're learning about these 2 kids in South America.
When I was thinking about my lesson, I was thinking about how can I get my students to collaborate together so that they can really share about themselves, but also look at different cultures around the world.
So we want them to really start thinking what makes up their own culture, and so hopefully that'll help them make those personalized learning goals as well as personalize this classroom.
Everyone learns in a different way. When I think about how I do my work, I don't always sit at a table or a desk, right? Like I normally sit on my couch when I'm doing my work.
Kids get to pick the best place for them, and so if they get to take charge of the classroom, they'll take charge of their learning.
As we are successful in having each of our classrooms be joyful, rigorous, and personalized, we reach our goals of having every child succeed, having every child develop a love of lifelong learning.